Well, as the calendar flips to fall and soon winter, if you can believe it, it also marks flu season.
This morning, we're joined by Minuteclinic nurse practitioner Amy Mayermik. Thanks so much for joining us this morning, Amy.
Thank you for having me.
First things first, why is getting an annual flu shot one of the best ways to prevent flu?
The CDC recommends influenza vaccines for all individuals 6 months and older, as it protects from all, the three to four most prominent strains of influenza that we will recognize in the winter months ahead. They also recommend that you get it yearly because over time, the decrease in immunity in your system goes down, and therefore we need better coverage each year for the influenza vaccine.
Oh, okay.
Also, each year the influenza vaccine is changed if needed for the mutation of the virus.
Okay. What's different about this year's flu shot?
This year's flu shot contains two new strains of influenza, and therefore we're hoping for better coverage. Last year there was the misconception that the flu vaccine did not cover the flu, whereas they did have minimal, about a third coverage for one strain and great coverage for two other strains of influenza last year. So this year with the added two strains of influenza, they're hoping for much better coverage based on what they've seen in the eastern hemisphere of the world. Anything
different about the process? Because you said flu shots were actually down, right? People weren't coming in.
We had seen a decrease in flu shots in August and September this year in vaccinating individuals. Part of that is we've had a very warm climate, very warm temperatures. It doesn't feel like flu season yet. Our numbers in vaccinations have increased the last 2 weeks. There's been a lot of misconceptions on whether the flu shot worked last year, and so people feel they don't need their influenza vaccine because of the results from last year. And that's a big misconception. People need to get vaccinated. They need to protect themselves and protect our community.
So for folks who do want to get the flu shot, where's a good place for them to go?
There are several places you can go. Obviously, Minuteclinic offers vaccines. We accept most insurances, and most insurances cover the flu vaccine at 100%, so there's no out-of-pocket cost for it. As well as the local pharmacies, CVS Pharmacy and some of the other pharmacies in the area offer vaccinations to individuals 11 and older, 18 older, depending on their rules and regulations. And also then your primary care offices if they carry the flu vaccine.
Okay. Anytime, what's the best time to get a flu shot?
Right now.
Okay.
My best recommendation, the best time to get your flu vaccine is as soon as that vaccine is released, and it's released every year in the beginning to mid of August to protect yourself for the year. We have had influenza cases seen in Fort Wayne all 12 months this last year. There was no eradication of the disease.
Wow.
Thank you so much for
Amy,
coming.
No problem.
so
Thank you
much.
for having me.